Could you please introduce yourself first?
I'm Ryan. I play bass for the Distillers.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Well, congratulations with your new album. It rocks.
Thank you.
You get some good reviews over here. Yeah, it seems you have the perfect balance between melody and like the harder material.
I guess so. Melody carries a lot. That kind of the catchiness of any song is the melody of it usually, and I guess that's pretty good.
How much is it different compared to the former albums?
I guess that depends on who's listening, because everybody will have their own opinions on why it's different. For us, it was different because we had enough time to make an album exactly how we wanted it to be. We had enough time to spend making each song the way that we wanted that song to be. Whereas before, everything was so rushed that was just the best we could do. Within the time given. This time there wasn't pretty much a time issue of like, okay, time's up. What do you got? It was like, okay, we're done. Now,
All right, so you could take your time with this recording.
Yeah.
How was the recording process next to that?
What do you mean?
I mean, you had more time, more relaxed recording, but
yeah, we had more time to practice, more time to work out different arrangements, different ideas on different songs, and we had more time to wake up, have a nice breakfast, relax, have some coffee, go into the studio, make some noise, make different noise, play with some amps. Hey, let's try out this pedal. What about this guitar or that guitar? Let's go have lunch. It was just more relaxed instead of piling into a studio and recording and just, tune the guitars, play a song, okay, play it again, okay, play it again, okay, play it again, okay, order a pizza, okay, play next song, okay, let's go, okay, go home, go to sleep, wake up, do it again, This time it was just much more relaxing and more time focused on the music than all the mayhem going on around you.
How many songs did you record?
I don't know. I think in total 14 or 15 maybe.
You gonna bring the rest out? Because how many?
I think one of them, the one song that didn't go on the album, is on the single. I think it's a B-side on the single, and the other ones will probably turn up here or there eventually.
All right. Did you had a direction before you started with this album?
I don't think we ever think it has to sound like a certain way. I know Brody's been working on this album for a really long time. Even like last time we were here at this club when we played with Agnostic Front, what was that, like 2 years ago? During our sound checks, we were, we'd play just, she'd play her guitar and songs that ended up being on this album. Like, we'd practice just jamming, I guess, on different things, like 2 years in the making. That was, right after we recorded Sing Sing, I think. That was when we were here. And, yeah, I mean, for her, it's been a long time coming. Like a lot of these songs have just been, on kind of back burner and just slowly been building into what they are now.
All right. How do you most of the times write the songs?
Well, Brody writes all the songs. She comes in with, she'll come in with a guitar idea, like, play this is, a lot of songs she'll come in and be like, okay, I got the song, kind of, that's how it goes, and she writes all the lyrics. And then when she comes in with the idea, then we kind of sit around and, I'll come up with a bass line, Andy will come up with a drum beat for it, and then once we have like a basic thing where we can say, okay, this is generally how it goes, and we start playing, well, what if we tried this here, and we start playing off of each other. But she comes in with all the ideas.
All right. Are there some lyrically wise some lyrics that you don't agree with when Brody writes it?
I would say no, because I never ask her what the lyrics mean. They're very open to interpretation, and how you take it. A lot of lyrics go in with the song and create a mood, so it could be like this really beautiful, like I said, like that Ween song, I don't know the name, Baby Bitch. It's like this really beautiful song, but the lyrics are just really, it's really hurtful. And it sets a mood, but like especially on this one, it sets the lyrics open to so much interpretation, and there's a lot of them on there that I can relate to moments in my life that I felt that same way, whether or not she's singing from the, directly meaning the same thing. It's an emotion that everybody can relate to in their own way,
It's never like you say, well, we cannot record this or something.
No, I would never say that. Even if it was something I disagreed with, I wouldn't say I don't want to be a part of this because I disagree with what you're saying here, because that's her opinion on something. And if you stop somebody for disagreeing with them, that defeats the entire reason of, what music's about, what life's about. If you're shutting someone else down for something you don't believe, it's like, you know, that's just retarded. It's stupid. Otherwise, nothing would ever get done if you know.
No. Jill Norton produced the album. How was it working with him?
Oh, awesome. That guy's amazing. He's producer extraordinaire. He was kind of the perfect guy to do it.
All right. How did you meet up with him?
We asked him our record label said we need a producer, and we kind of had like, okay, what's that? And then they had recommended a few people, or they recommended some, you know, and we met them, didn't really work, and we just said, you know, can we get Gil Norton? We get the guy that did the Pixies, and, you know, and they're like, yeah, we'll see if he's available. And then we met him, and it was immediate. Just, this is the guy to do it with.
So he recorded it like a way you already had it in your mind.
Yeah, actually, he had never recorded an album the way we've always recorded, and you know, he was like, I've never heard of that, and we're like, oh, really? It seems like the most obvious way to record an album. That's the way we've always done it. And he goes, oh, if that's the way you're used to it, let's give it a try. You know, he said, I'll try it and to do that. So he, you know, in all the years he's been producing, he's never recorded an album this way, and just immediately was like, okay, we'll try it your way. Let's see how it goes. You know, instead of he was never like, no, this is my way. This is going to be my record. My name's on it. I have to make it great. It wasn't like that. He was like, oh, okay, let's see what you guys can do, kind of thing.
What are the differences then between recording he did?
I don't know. I've only known the way that we've done it, which is, you know, basically you get like everybody in a room together, press record, we all play, and then
a live recording.
Yeah, well, yeah, to get the basic ideas down, and then you start going, you know, instrument by instrument over them, to make them better, kind of thing. Where I think he's more used to going in there and having the band play over and over until they get the perfect, and then just doing little touch-up jobs here and there. You know, we just go one instrument at a time. I guess. I don't know. I've never, you know, I only know the way we've done it. I don't know how he's done it before.
All right. But it works for you, so.
Yeah, I think each band's used to, because a lot of bands, you know, they start off by just recording themselves in a garage, and, you know, they get used to because they, you know, they're the people that are around each other making the music together. And then for someone else to come in and kind of just, you know, flip it completely upside down, going, no, this is how you're going to do it, it can really throw the band in the opposite direction of what the band's, you know, who they are. And you're going to get an album that's not really what the band sounds like.
Well, to your musical influences, what are the musical influences?
Probably
personally.
Any piece of music I've ever heard influences you in some way, I think. If you're meaning bands that I've been listening to, it changes all the time. I'm a fan of music, so I'll listen to pretty much anything, and then if I like it, I take it home, and I have just, you know, immeasurable amounts of music at home that I'll listen to. Go through phases. You listen to something and you get tired of hearing it, so you grab something new. Currently, I have what do I have with me? I have Sonic Youth, Nirvana, Soundgarden, the Pixies, Weezer. What else did I bring? Mars Volta, Outkast, Little Kim. I don't know what else I have with me, but gives you an idea, I guess.
All right. Is it like you all have like the same musical taste, or?
I think we all have a few, or, you know, we all probably have a handful of bands in common that we all listen to, but we're all very eclectic. We all listen to, you know. I'm probably the only person in the band that listens to metal. You know, Brody's been listening to a lot of, like, I think, like, we all like 70s rock. We listened to a lot of 70s rock while we were making the album. Tony listens to a lot of, like, early 90s, that whole, like, early 90s music. I think that's what he grew up on. Well, that's what we all grew up on, but I don't know, I can't speak for them. But, yeah, we all have really eclectic tastes, but we all come together on a, you know, common ground.
All right. Are there, like, other musical styles you would like to try out in the future? Not particularly with this band, but maybe.
Maybe. I have a friend that lives down the street, and like we, you know, when I'm home, which is rarely, we've been beginning to screw around with just like a, you know, just really dirty like grindcore band. I don't know. It's always fun to pick up and play new kinds of music. I don't know if I'd ever do anything else than this, but I mean, you can take music in any direction. That's the beauty of it, you know.
Yes, need an open mind.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think of the state of music today? All the new bands.
I think this is I think it's the worst time in music history.
Yeah.
It's absolute crap. I mean, like in America, like the biggest selling albums are like American Idol winners. You know, it's like a contest.
We have it all.
Yeah, Pop Idol's where it came from. Yeah, and that's It's like Star Search. We had a show called Star Search. It's just ridiculous. It's not about music anymore. It's about what's going to sell. It's pushing an image on people, and you know, like hopefully the internet will destroy the record companies, and they won't be able to push crap on people anymore. And it'll be like bands, you know, through word of mouth and paying, you know, getting records pressed and selling them at their shows, and people liking them for, you know, the music that they play, not because it's all you hear on the radio all the time. You know, you hear something enough times, you know. Yeah. People think that's all there is out there. No, you know, nobody digs up. And with like big companies like clothing stores and, you know, like mall type stores, Sears, I don't know what they are here, but there's, you know, like Best Buy and Targets and stores like that carry music. You know, it draws kids in. You know, their mothers can go shopping, mothers and fathers can go shop for, you know, car parts and, you know, housewares, and you get a new desk, and the kid can go check out new video games and music, and that it's just destroying the like smaller shops. You know, they're not small shops. Nobody goes into the small shops anymore because they're too hard to find. And you know, you go down to the mall and pick up whatever CD you want. Unless you like, if you have a band that you're looking for specifically and you know that they're not going to have it, then you know, seek out, where can I find this CD? But I don't think anybody has the ability to just wander into a record shop and be like, oh, who are these guys? I want to check them out.
What do you think about the internet, the possibilities for bands to push their music through that channel?
I think it's good because it reaches a large market. You know, like I said, all the file sharing, all it is making good music more available through that certain medium.
You don't have problems with it?
Yes and no. I think it needs to. I think it'll even itself out eventually, I believe. But I mean, it's hard, like for a band that's been in a studio working at making an album, working at making something, you know, that when they're not happy with the product, the band's not done, and then boom, it's on the internet, and it's these, you know, that's kind of bad, because then it's like a lot of people can listen and go, oh, this band sucks, and they, you know, and that's not what the band is. They're not, you know, that's
not the finished product.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like buying a book and it only having like 2 chapters in it. You're not going to know what it's about. But it's good for bands that don't have the means otherwise to get, you know, like there can be a band in Southern California, and you guys can find out about them the day that after they put their stuff up there if you want to, and that's good, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, what do you do with the internet with the Distillers? For why do you use it? I have an
internet, so I can keep in touch with people that I don't get to keep in touch with otherwise, and I record music at home on it, and I have a digital camera, so to print pictures. But I'm not very much of a computer person. Sometimes they're good when we're on the road, because you know, the DVD player in your bunk, you know, while you're sleeping, if you can always watch a movie or stuff like that. But no, I don't really like computers that much. All right. You know, it's kind of an odd. I mean, I think it's a good way for music to get out, but me personally, I don't like them.
All right. To an whole other thing, the tour with the Bronx. How is it to be on tour with them?
They are amazing. We toured with them in the States a few months ago, and we brought them over here because we had so much fun. We said, "You guys let's go to Europe?" And they're like, "Yeah." Unfortunately, their drummer, we thought he broke his arm the other night.
Yeah, we heard from.
He's been, their friend Fredo. He's really cool too. He's came out and practiced his ass off, and he's been playing with them until Jorma gets better. But they're just the funnest band in the world to be around.
Cool. What are your plans for the next couple of months?
Next couple of months, we do this tour, go home for Thanksgiving, and then we're touring the west coast of the United States. Then go home for Christmas, and then we go to Australia, and then we come back here, I think around February, or we come back to Europe and the UK.
You know, with which band? Or
no,
just
I don't know. I know we're doing West Coast with a friend of ours, The Explosion, and we're doing. Oh wait, there's another band. Lot 6 is on that also. And Australia's with Queens of the Stone Age, and I think we might be doing some of our own shows. I don't really know. I know what's going on day to day. That's about as far as my attention span allows.
All right. What can we expect from you tonight?
Music, amplifiers, probably lights. I don't know. That's kind of hard because it all depends on the feeling of right when you get on stage. It depends what the audience is doing. It's a big old thing of emotion, big ball of emotion. It's hard to, you can't plan it out. Otherwise, it's fake.
Know what happens?
Yeah, go to the theater to see planned out arrangements. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.